Alright. Oh, right. We're really injured. I forgot about this. I've forgotten about a great many things. Well, one way or another. Please tell me I have enough money to afford challenge mode. Please, money, 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 money. There's the money. We should probably upgrade our bank, come to think of it. Let's spend our money on that today. For starters, we could also start in, like, challenge Shroomtown. That'd be interesting. Probably a bad move, though. Let's start with the Desolate Canyon. I don't think I'd have the endurance or anything else. I don't know. I like this game, but it's also one of those that kind of drags on a little bit. Kind of wish it was faster, maybe? I don't know. It'll probably be less of a slow thing once I have, like, a certain number of levels under my belt. I mean, we do, like, 100 damage per shot now, which is definitely on the stronger side. I totally forgot to get extra drones here. You know, someday I'm gonna accidentally make a drone, and then I'll have that. But before then, right, can't get hit by the rocks. Rocks will fuck you up. Okay, no! We're good. Just have certain issues with rocks touching me in places that I don't want them to touch me. Which is everywhere! It's still there! Oh god. Okay. I'm kind of impressed that we managed to make it out of there without getting, besmackled. I don't know. Anyway. Well, I don't want to be pissing off, Gorgamoth, or whatever his name is. It's not Gorgamoth. Ukarok. There we go. I'm never gonna remember his name, which is weird. Fuck. Because, like, every single time I start this episode up, an episode of Roguelands up, I'm like, what's his name again? I don't remember. It doesn't matter to me. It does! It does, because he's the only boss that I actually bother to fight every single time. I should probably bother to fight more, but still. I don't know. I'm also just kind of lazy. Like, I like this game, but it's also just time commitments are hard. Like, I prefer stuff like, Terraria after a certain point. Terraria, Kriya, Starbound, that sort of thing, where you kind of have other objectives to go along with just running around farming for resources from various monsters. The only other game that kind of works on this base philosophy, in my opinion, now that I'm thinking about it, is we've pissed off Ukarok. Yeah, whatever. Is actually, whoop. Fucking Lenny, get out of my way. I hate Lenny. Okay, there we go. You know, in retrospect, we should have a turret up and firing here. There we go. And winning. Okay. The only other game that kind of works off of this base philosophy, in my opinion, is, what's it? I guess Monster Hunter. Now that I think about it. Like, Monster Hunter has a very similar philosophy to this game, which is, you know, grab bits from monsters, make shit out of it. Oh god. That was kind of a clutch dodge. I have not seen this guy before. In here. We'll probably be fine. I'll just do a double cannon setup here. It'll take him out faster. I have no idea how much extra HP he has, though. Ooh. Okay, that was a little bit scarier than I'd like it. Fuck. Rocks. Okay. Kinda wish you could have multiple turrets. Kinda sucks that you can't. Okay, yeah, I gotta be wary about that one singular rock there. Think we're good now, though. Because this guy can't, for whatever reason, climb. Okay, there he is. And he's just outside of my range, but that's okay. This rock will be gone shortly, and we can go back to hitting him. Okay, there we go. This guy probably has a truly stupid amount of HP, too. Oh! Okay, there we go. I don't even know what we got from him, but that's okay. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's one of those where, like, I'm sure this would probably be a little bit more involved if I was playing multiplayer, too. But as it stands, it's definitely a little bit more in the, you know, it's kind of just here. I guess my issue is, like, doing all of this on camera is a chore. And that, you know, I'm not doing enough new things to be interested in it, which sucks. Because, like, you know, I like covering this game. It's entertaining enough, it's interesting enough, but it's just so... It's boring. Doing the exact same thing every time. And eventually we'll graduate up to Challenge 2. We might even do it for next time. Maybe, I don't know. But the problem is I don't have enough money, probably. Unless I grind this a ton. Grinding can either be really, really fun or really, really... frustrating. I think the problem I'm running into is, like, what is it? It's very high stakes. You know, death is gonna suck when it happens. Because, you know, we're gonna lose everything. We're gonna lose a ton of work. Which isn't great. By any measure. So, like, dying with this character is not going to be very pleasant. Whenever it happens. And, you know, it makes it so it makes it so I don't take risks. Like, I'd love to go back to that one area with the Destroyer. Just to see if, like, I can actually clear it now. I don't know how I would do so. But so instead, because of the roguelike-y nature of this, I'm afraid to take risks here. And instead, I'm just kind of running around being like, well, let's just stick with the familiar that I can clear without issue. Get my character slowly up towards level 100. And once I'm there, then we go off and we be brave. And I think that's the problem, because I'm going to be making certain that I don't lose my character. Like, this was the problem in Wasted. I was playing it so safe that, like, a mere happenstance bad luck scenario, I'm not going to say doomed everything, but it threw such a large wrench in that, you know, I lost all motivation to play. And so, yeah, I could be more risky and try, like, harder things with this character, but I'd lose him, and then I'd be like, well, that's that. I don't really feel like playing again for a while. Because, you know, I've got pretty good equipment here, and I could probably replace it really easily. And, like, save up for my inevitable death. And it's just this, like, kind of hard to justify situation. I don't know. I guess really the easy way to do it would just be get rid of permadeath. Like, I get the idea of permadeath as kind of like a holdover from Magicite, but I don't think it improves the game. I don't think it improves this one. Okay, resist poison, crit damage. Let's go for the crit damage plus. Seems useful. Okay, and we want to go for Helm experience. There we are. What level is that up to? 6. Yeah, I'd like to get some level 10 equipment, but it takes so freaking long. Like, that's it. That's part of it. It's like, it's such a slow experience getting up the resources that I need and want, that it's like, I don't really feel like, I don't really feel like doing it. And that's a problem. Could try refreshing quests. Because I actually don't know where half of these things are gonna pop up either. Like, okay. I guess what we could do is strip naked and try and do the ancient ruins again. See if I can just rush for them. I could try rushing for them with a completely unrelated character that's never done this stuff before. That could work. Okay, let's take the crit. Oh. We have multiple crit damage pluses. Interesting. Okay, I figured I'd drop those resources off there. We'll drop the equipment off here. This off here. And cards off here. Yeah, I mean, we're getting a lot of this, like resist heat and other things, but getting to Mech City. Technically, I can use the Ion ticket to get there. I don't know. I'll keep thinking about it. Because I really don't know. Have I been here on challenge mode yet? I don't think I have. Interesting. I'm curious. We don't have any anti-poison. That's a problem. I guess I'll just have to not get hit. I don't know if that's gonna work. Bad time to have an itchy nose. Also makes me a little bit sad that you don't get better resources on challenge modes. I mean, you get money. But that's it. Yeah, I'm so totally gonna get poisoned by something. Dunno. Oh my god. Those are terrifying. Oh fuck, what hit me? I must have gotten shot. Oh, this is a bad time to be poisoned. I wasn't thinking about it. Okay. So we've also got these horrifying creatures. At least they're worth a fair amount of experience. And resources. Huh. Okay, maybe this isn't so bad after all. I just have to make sure I don't get shot like a dumbass. Because that was very expensive. I wonder if Bubble would protect me. Probably not to the extent that I need it to. Where do you come from? I have no idea. Okay. Okay, so we have horror leeches. And now I'm in a really awkward position. What even hit me? Ow. Ow. Fuck. Me. And I can't. Fuck. 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 Ow. Okay, we are still poisoned. Nope, we're not. Okay, poison's done. So these leeches don't do these leeches don't do poison. Okay, that's good. I've lost a lot of resources here. We need bigger health kits if I'm supposed to come back to this. We are actually going to die. This is a legitimate problem. Because, yeah, the issue is I can't just break one of these. I'm actually hemmed in here. Fuck. This is rough. Okay, there we go. Think we're gonna be fine. I have half a mind to actually beeline for the exit. I know we're not gonna be able to afford challenge mode here, but I also don't really know what to do with myself as part of some of this, because it's like, this is altogether a bit rough for me, and I don't know. Again, it's so high stakes and slow. Like, for me, I feel like high stakes should be, like, risk-reward. Like, what's a good example? You know, taking the harder path to get the better resources. That makes sense. The issue is... Oh, Shroom Emblem. Okay, I just saw something flying towards me, and I'm like, this just seems like death. Potentially. Okay. I'm gonna give them some space, because I know they'd be coming. And I don't want to get shot by their dumb poison orbs along the way. Okay, at least these guys don't have a whole lot of HP, which is good. But, shoot. Like, what am I trying to go for here? What's a game that does risk-reward particularly well? I mean, I guess an easy example would be back to Monster Hunter. Picking on that, like, latest bounty that's, like, a higher star level than, you know, you've really fought before. So you're not really sure if you can deal with it, but you're like, you know, it seems like the kind of thing I could probably do right now. Ish. I'm not feeling particularly brave right now, but I could probably make it work. And you get your ass kicked, and it costs you some hard-earned resources, you know, used up a bunch of healing potions, or traps, or whetstones, or whatever, but it doesn't set you back too much apart from time. And, yeah, it sucks to lose all that time, but it doesn't kill you. It's just annoying. And I feel like this game doesn't do that. That by coming to this challenge thing, it's a necessity. That, you know, I need to be here to be able to progress. And I think that's kind of the bothersome issue. For me, like, I feel like challenge mode would be much more appreciable if permadeath wasn't a thing. And I'm sure somebody is going to yell at me for being salty or whining about this. But I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, like, do I even really want to do this? And the answer eventually just becomes no. I've got, like, too many other things to do than sit here grinding in a game where there's a very real possibility I'm going to lose it all. Again, and again, and again, and again. Forever. Ooh, this had a thing. Not a shroom emblem, not a glow shroom. Aether emblem. Yeah. I don't know what that does. And so, like, a lot of the core concepts for this game are really fun to work with and really interesting and whatever. Stamina regen plus. Nope. Don't even have the dosh for that. Okay, monster drops plus. Plasma grenade. Some of these are actually pretty damn good. Resist poison plus. I get enough of these tokens for the most part that it doesn't matter. I think there was one down here that was good. Not stamina regen. Monster drops plus seems actually kind of useful. I don't know if that includes money though, which is kind of the sticking point. Because if it doesn't, then what's the point? Getting a lot of crit damage things, but then again, what we need isn't necessarily crit damage. I don't know. It's always hard to judge. And it's hard to say that, like, yeah, you know, I'm on the right track here. Or, you know, maybe I just don't get it yet. Maybe there's something I'm missing. But, like, whew, I'm only level 40 and this character's been around for, I mean, like, I'm gonna say 3 episodes, which doesn't sound like much, but each episode is, you know, closing in on 30 minutes long. And the concept of trying to get another character up to max level, with the concept of, I almost just lost a character? Oof, that is a hard bargain. That is a hard thing to swallow? I don't know. It's hard to accept from, like, a gameplay perspective. And I guess it's also one of those where it's like, I don't really see the point of... I think that's it. I don't really see the point of, this is gonna hurt. No. I don't really see the point to, crap, permadeath in this game. And I never have. And I probably never will. Like, it just doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. Apart from, like, adding tension to an otherwise, you know, simplistic game. What the hell was that? Let's be honest here. Roguelands is not exactly what I call the height of gameplay programming. Like, you know, I'd say, like, permadeath makes a lot of sense in Risk of Rain, where obviously the upper end is ridiculous and super, like, super risky and, you know, nonsense and whatever. And, you know, the entire game is based around, you know, repetition, new build, whatever, but there's not enough variety in this one. Like, I'm constantly gearing up as though this is like an MMO or a sandbox game and stuff. Ow. Well, I don't know if I've actually gotten hit by big... Interestingly enough, big Ukarok, while dying, can still hit you. Didn't know that. Interesting. But, let's see. What am I trying to say? That, like, I'm spending so much time building up a character that losing them, it doesn't become like... I mean, it's a great tragedy to a degree. Like, I really don't want to lose this character. But at the same time, it's more of a tragedy from my perspective, just because I have to redo everything again. And, like, this is time that, after a while, it's like, I don't really want to spend that. I guess what I could do is make backups of the save file. I bet that would work. Okay, so let's just get his... I don't even know what he just gave me. Ah! He just gave me a magical thing. Supposedly. Maybe we should make a melee character. Maybe I'd be a little bit more positive about stuff if I had 2 characters to work with. Because I definitely haven't used melee that much. I've mostly just been using one character, one gear. I really will admit, with this game, I wish gear leveled faster, that it wasn't just that, like, end-of-level pickup that determined how much experience you got, but instead you gain experience based on, like, everything. Every action, every use, every kill, every whatever. But yeah, so we got Ringabolt's axe, or whatever his name is. Sadly, it's not a rare variety, but it should still scale up pretty well. If it was purple, that would be amazing. Maybe? I don't know. Ow? I do hate it. Every once in a while I'll shoot an enemy, and the collision detection will, like, bug out. And, it'll bug out, the enemy will just go, like, bopping towards me. It's only happened, I guess really this episode since the return. But it always bothers me just a little bit of, like, oh, come on, don't do that to me. You know, that's bad programming. Or bad design, I have no idea which. Don't know. I don't know. I guess I'm a very critical person. I'm gonna throw this out right now, and a lot of you probably are rolling your eyes as like, no duh. But I find a lot of people actually don't recognize that, like, I'm being a critic. I'm not just like whining. Well, no, I will say a lot of my criticisms kind of come from the perspective of somebody that, you know, is annoyed by a mechanic, I guess. You know, I'm not just saying this because, like, yeah, you know, this is what should be fixed. I'm like, no, if this was fixed, I would be happier. But honestly, that makes sense. I guess a lot of this is I'm feeling particularly abused. Did a series on Fury and accidentally set it on super easy mode. And I realized I just simply don't have the time to go back, and fix it, because you have to replay. I would have had to replay the first boss over again to get it fixed. But at that point it was enough that I was just like, I simply don't have time for this. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I don't even have enough time to cover Roguelands in a given week. Okay, let's wait for a gas bug, seeing as that's the only one here, and helmet. Like, I try and keep on top of every series that I possibly run, but let's be honest here, it's totally impossible. There's no way that I'm gonna keep on top of it all. I just don't have time, and energy, and everything. And I'd love to, but I just don't, so the idea of, like, going back and replaying anything is just painful to me, and usually, at that point, it kills series. Bonus Dex Plus, that's very expensive. Could be worth it, though. I don't know, I'll think about it. I guess that's the one thing, we could totally just power creep this character up pretty hard. Using bonus Dex and stuff. Then again, I've already got, like, bonus strength and several other things. Doesn't look like I got... Yeah, I got a bunch of bonus strength. Bonus vitality, mana regen. No bonus dex, though. I don't know. That's an interesting question. Oh, yeah. It's interesting how little of a difference the bazooka is. And how little difference it actually makes combat-wise, too. Like, as far as I can tell, there's no real difference between the bazooka and what I do. Which is kind of sad. Oh, hold on. Bonus Dex Plus. Bonus Strength Plus. I wonder what the difference in color is. Well, one way or another. I could afford it, but then I wouldn't be able to do another challenge mode. And I'm not really sure what I want to do on that regard. Either way, going back to the ship. Let's heal up. I know I could probably have gone a little bit further, but I think I need to reevaluate a little bit. Maybe look up a better progression map than what I've been doing. I don't know. One way or another, I will see you guys in the next episode of Roguelands. And as always, thanks for watching.